Growing up half was a bit of a chore. My dad's English, my mum's Japanese. Since I was a kid, I've been told that I have a place in both worlds, like some magical prophecy. But as I got older, I started to feel I didn't have a place in either. I felt that way because of secondary school. I was never bullied for being Asian. I wouldn't let that happen. In fact, I had a good group of friends. But it was with that group of friends where the line between banter and bullying got real blurry. My secondary was very mixed, so there weren't many fellow Asians around. Well, Orientals. In fact, half of the Asian jokes were directed at one of many Albanian guys in our group, who just so happened to have slightly squinty eyes. Of course, him not being Asian meant every single slur deflected onto me instead. On top of that, rude remarks about white people could get under my skin as well. Double whammy. Now, it's not a competition, but from what I experienced at school, it's always felt like Asians are the easiest to take the mick out of. It seems we're all made fun of for being short, complete nerds, having funny accents, feminine faces, small eyes, and even smaller... Yeah, I don't conform to these stereotypes. For starters, I'm 6'1", hey, but these are still used against me. If they're jokes, I can take them, and if it's a good one, I'll even go with it. But all of it's just a bit boring. It's never the words for me, it's the principle of it all. The Asians are just seen as laughingstocks. Awareness is growing, but ever so slowly. Most Asians just put up with it, which is why there's so many people who don't think twice before spewing out their hatred. I used to put up with it as well. One time at school, I was walking outside to my next lesson when I hear two guys calling me from a window above.
Oi you! Hey bruv!
They stick their heads out, pull their eyes at me and call me Kim Jong-un. I just laughed and carried on with my day. Another time, I'm waiting for my train home from school. One pulls up, I look to see where it's going. At the window, there are a bunch of girls from another school. Without provocation, they all pull their eyes back and flip me off. I didn't really think much of it at the time, because this was what I was used to from friends. Hearing all sorts of slurs and people saying bang da wang nearly every day for years started to make me feel a bit inadequate. Once I even overheard a group of girls at school unanimously ruling out Asian guys as dating material. Oh, come on! All this made me wish almost every day that I wasn't born Asian for the last few years at school. If friends made a slur or joke, I'd insist that I'm English, not Japanese, just English. Though at the same time, I'd make self-deprecating Asian jokes to gain a few cheap laughs from classmates. At this point, I had dropped out of Japanese school and given up with the language. I pretended I was only English, but really, I didn't feel I belonged anywhere. Just a member of a weaker race. In hindsight, it was pathetic, really. After all, no race is better or worse than any other. We're all the same in the end. We're just human. Well, I finally got over myself and stopped with the self-loathing. 2 years ago, I returned to learning Japanese and I'm now really proud of being half. I know that if I go to Japan, they'll forever see me as a foreigner, but I don't mind that. In a strange way, I'm actually glad that I've had all sorts of names and slurs thrown at me, because now I can better empathise with those who experience similar things, and those who've had it worse. Also, being exposed to the ugly thoughts of others early on in life has toughened me up. Those words no longer get under my skin, and I can react to them logically instead of emotionally. My take on this side of life, don't be a victim. Once you see yourself as a victim, they've won, and that makes it harder to move on. We can never predict how others will act, but if we're able to control how we respond, we can avoid stooping to their level. So, half or not, can any of you relate? Be sure to leave a comment down below, I'd love to know. Anyway, thanks for watching. As usual, if you like the video, leave a like. And if you enjoy what I do, be sure to subscribe and turn bell notifications on. I'd really appreciate it. Well, till next time, I should go. Cheerio, mata ne. This took 3 weeks to make, and it's only 4 minutes 36 seconds.